Hello. Okay, so what we learned today, we learned how to read the tab, and we learned how to read the chord pictures. Now, the tab was easy, right? It was just numbers on a line. You found the line, you found the number, call it a day, right? But the chord pictures were a little trickier. So, I am going to go through one of the chords for you right now, very, very, very methodically, and this is how you're going to want to do it when you're working on each of these chords in your practice. Okay? So I'm going to do the E major chord. Okay? It's the fourth one down on your open chords page in the left column. Okay? E major. It just has the letter E right next to it. Nothing that tricky. Okay. So here we go. Here is a close-up of that part of the guitar. Look at that. Now, what do we see on the number 1 string? We see... Oh, I should show you this hand too. Tilt that up a little bit. Got to get my framing right, you know. This is going to be submitted to the Oscar committee, so I don't want to, you know, go halfway. All right. So what do we have on this number 1 string when we look at the picture? Oh, that's nice. Thank you. So what do we have on the number 1 string right here? We see an O on that first line. It's the rightmost line. If I pull up this picture here, here's our E right there. Now we're looking all the way over here at that number 1 string, okay? We have an open string, so we're just going to leave it open. Next, on the number 2 string, again, open, nothing to play. Next, on the number 3 string, we see a dot. Okay, and this dot is where? It's in the first space of the number 3 string. So we're going to play the first fret of the number 3 string. And what does the letter underneath it say? It says I for index. So we're going to take our index finger and put it at the first fret of the number 3 string. That's right there. Oh, maybe this angle a little better. Yeah, perfect. All right, so that's where our index finger is going to be. On the next string, we see R underneath our dot, and our dot is at the 2nd fret of the number 4 string. So our ring finger is going to go right there. 2nd fret, 4th string. Close it. And then next, we have another dot on the number 5 string, and it's going to be our middle finger. Bam, right there. So middle finger, 2nd fret, 5th string. And then we see another O on the number 6 string. So that means we're going to leave it open. So on this one, we're going to strum all 6 strings. So that means we're going to take our pick on our right hand and just drag across all 6 strings. Now, if you don't have a pick, good question. Glad you asked. You can just take your thumb and drag across as well, or the tips of your fingers if you like, or I don't know, a pencil. I don't care. No, don't use a pencil. Use your fingers or a pick. And that'll be plenty for strumming the strings. So that's how you read those chord shapes. Specifically, that was E major. So make sure you work on as many of them as you can. Deal? Deal? Oh yes, it was caught on tape. Now you have to do it. Anything you want to say to yourself in the future? Because you'll watch this later on, right? So it's your future self. Nothing? Okay. All right.